Who is the true culprit behind war and suffering? On November 11th, 1918, World War I came to an end. Businesses shut down and people danced in the streets. But the dancing did not last long. Another menace, even more lethal than the machine gun, followed hot on the heels of a world war. A deadly plague known as the Spanish flu had invaded the battlefields of France in June 1918. The virus soon proved how deadly it could be. For example, within a few months, it killed more American soldiers in France than did enemy fire. And the flu quickly spread worldwide as it accompanied the troops who returned to their homelands when the war ended. The post-war years were also marked by hunger and economic misery. Much of Europe was starving when hostilities ended in 1918. By 1923, German currency was practically worthless. 6 years later, the whole world economy collapsed. And finally, in 1939, the Second World War began, and in some ways a continuation of the First Global Conflict. What was behind this unique string of catastrophes? Well, the Bible prophecies enable us to see what lies behind certain historical events, and this is especially true of World War I. Jesus Christ foretold a time when nation would rise against nation, and food shortages and pestilences would sweep through the earth. Now you'd find these accounts in Matthew 24 verses 3 and 7, and Luke 21 verses 10 and 11. He told his disciples that such calamities would form a sign of the last days. And more details are provided in the book of Revelation, which links wars on the earth to a war in heaven. Now this same Bible book describes 4 horsemen, sometimes called the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. 3 of these horsemen depict the same disasters that Jesus had earlier foretold: war, famine, and pestilence. Clearly, the First World War triggered a time of affliction that has not abated. And the Bible reveals that Satan was the one who, in a sense, pulled the trigger. 1 John chapter 5 verse 19 reads, "We know that we originate with God, but the whole world is lying in the power of a wicked one." Will his power ever be checked? The book of Revelation also reassures us that Satan has only a short period of time. We find the scripture in Revelation chapter 12 verse 12. Revelation chapter 12 verse 12. "On this account be glad, you heavens, and you who reside in them. Woe for the earth and for the sea, because the devil has come down to you, having great anger, knowing that he has a short period of time." World War I was indeed a turning point in history. It brought about an age of total war, sparking revolutions and mistrust of human leaders. It also provides vivid proof of Satan's ouster from heaven. Revelation chapter 12 verse 9 tells us, "So down the great dragon was hurled, the original serpent, the one called Devil and Satan, who is misleading the entire inhabited earth. He was hurled down to the earth, and his angels were hurled down with him." And this unseen ruler of the world reacted like a vicious dictator who knows that his days are numbered. When those days come to an end, the time of trouble sparked by World War I will finally end. In the light of Bible prophecy, you have reason to trust that Jesus Christ, our heavenly King, will soon break up the works of the devil. 1 John chapter 3 verse 8. Now many millions already pray for God's kingdom to come. Do you? Well, thanks to that kingdom, faithful people will finally see God's will, not Satan's, being done on the earth. Matthew chapter 6 verses 9 and 10 tell us, You must pray then this way: Our Father in the heavens, let your name be sanctified. Let your kingdom come. Let your will take place, as in heaven, also on earth. Under God's kingdom, there will never again be a world war, or any wars at all. Psalm 46 verse 9 reads, He is bringing an end to wars throughout the earth. He breaks the bow and shatters the spear. He burns the military wagons with fire. To learn about that kingdom and to live to see the time when peace will fill the earth, we need to study the Bible, don't we? If you would like a free home Bible study at a time and place to suit you, please navigate your browser to jw.org and follow the links online. Thank you for listening.